Although I've been getting a lot of compliments about the President's Daily Brief.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, did I just throw that out there?
Yeah. Good for you.
Yeah, it's #1 on Spotify News now.
Yeah.
I know. That's
awesome.
My primary goal was to beat NPR, and we did. And now we're doing an afternoon edition too. So you get your PDB in the morning, the President's Daily Brief, and then in the afternoon on your way home, or when you're unwinding over a cocktail, you get the afternoon bulletin. And it's been a great experience, but I digress.
Do you enjoy diving into all this stuff now because you're doing this podcast?
I do. I mean, I always have, right? So this is just a nice. I mean, I hate to say it, I don't even view it as work or anything, right? It's just because it's interesting, and it's the that I would be reading and thinking about anyway, which means I've got a sad daytime life there. Although I've got the world's greatest life, but I think it's a straightforward process. The folks that work on it with me, they do a great job. We talk in the morning about, what are the topics that we think are going to be the hot ones for the day that we need to cover the next morning. So we talk about that. We put it together. We finalize the morning edition by late in the evening. Now we're doing the afternoon bulletin. So we're kind of doing the same thing, but in a much shorter view. And it's, I enjoy it because I like, for whatever reason, you want to know what the going on in the world, particularly when it's as up as it is now, right?
Yeah.
So you end up kind of diving in, but you don't dive into social media sites, right? Don't get your news from there. You get your news from, reputable sources if there still are some, but you read a variety of them. So hopefully it balances out.
And one more time, President's Daily Brief. It's available #1 on Spotify, I heard.
Get that. You know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. It is #1 on Spotify News.
That is actually pretty fucking awesome. Congratulations on that. That's fantastic.
It's available wherever you get your podcasts.
It's so great that you beat NPR.
I know, right? I just hope that continues, man. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, too. Bye, everybody.
The President's Daily Brief. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.